In this video, we're going to be looking at the Intellijel Quadratt 1U. So this is a super simple but super useful module. So this is a mixer and also a series of attenuverters out of it. So basically what that means is each one of these little pots right here is basically can be used as an attenuverter or a mixer. So basically what that means is if I wanted to, I could go ahead and plug 4 different audio inputs into this. This could also be CV inputs as well, but I could plug in, 4 different inputs here, and then I can take one output here and it sums it down here at the bottom. So, we could have 4 different inputs. All of them would come mixed here out of this one output, and then you would just control your mix volume right here. But the important thing to know is that the Quadratt works in an interesting way. So you'll see these little arrows here. This basically means that this is normal to here, and it will binormal fall into here, into here, into here, and so on. So what that means is that if I plug in right here, this output is now only going to mix these first 2 ports. And so basically I'm now just going to be mixing the first 2 ports together. If I moved it to here, this would be mixing the first 3 ports together, and the 4th port would then basically, I could just put through here and come out of here. And likewise, if I wanted to, another way I commonly use this is if I'm doing stereo, I'll do 2 different inputs into here so I can have 2 stereo outs of 2 different modules, put them into here, and then take those stereo outs over here into my system output. So really simple ways to use this as a mixer. You keep these all in uni mode, and then you're just literally turning things up and down. You've got a very simple mixer. But wait! There's more. So beyond being a mixer, this also acts as a basically as an attenuverter. And so what that means here is, so right now I have a sine wave plugged into here from my Doepfer, and then I have this turned all the way down, but now I've plugged this into my scope over here. And so we can watch and see what happens here on the scope. So as I turn up the volume, I'm starting to actually see that appear on the scope. So pretty cool, pretty simple. But what is interesting is, so basically the difference between uni and minus plus here is when you go to minus plus, middle is 0. So middle is off, 12 o'clock is off. And now I'm turning my signal positive, and now I'm turning my signal negative. To show you another example of that, even with a bit more detail, I'm actually going to go and do a cycle on my maths here. And let me go ahead and put this positive here, and I'm just going to make a simple envelope cadence here. And look at that, we've got a simple envelope going, and because I have the negative positive, it's positive here, and I can tune that down, and then if I go to the left, it's now sending that CV out negative. So you've got attenuverters right here as well. And so again, what could be really interesting is imagine, you've got, if you say did this patch right here, where you say had 3 pieces kind of plugged into here as various inputs, you've got your first one used as an attenuverter. And so the way this is working now is that this is still just an attenuverter on channel 1. Nothing else I plugged in matters because I've taken the output right here. So that broke the normaling. So now these 3 all mix down here into this one here. And so you can use it as a mixer and attenuverter, but really simple, really powerful. You've got 4 channels. It is a phenomenal mixer, easy to use. I mean, it's not a great performance mixer. It doesn't have on-off switches, the only thing I don't love. But it is phenomenal for just blending signals together, getting them in there. I'm eventually getting some more kind of performance mixers into my system, but this I think has definitely been phenomenal. I find I use it more as a mixer, as an attenuverter. That could just be because I don't have a better mixer. But I think it could also be a really super valuable attenuverter to add into your system as well, even if you've got other mixers. So you kind of get the benefit that it's a really all-purpose utility module that you can use for a lot of things. So hopefully that is helpful. Let me know if you got any questions on this, and until next time, follow the rabbits.